Hi, my name is Sharon Hearne Smith and this is my little girl Pearl. She's not normally this small, she'll get up in a second. But we're going to show you how to make our apple, cranberry and toffee waffle melts. They're made without using the oven, so they're really quick and easy. They're packed full of festive flavours and they're the perfect gift to give to family and friends if you don't gobble them up yourself first. So we're going to make them? Yeah. Come on, jump up. So we just have a few simple ingredients. And our first one is, what's this, Pearly? Chocolate. And what's this one?
Biscuit.
A toffee waffle biscuit. They're delicious and toffee and cinnamony. And then some dried cranberries. And then some dried apple rings. And the last ingredient, do you know what this one is? Smell it. What do we put in our pancakes at the weekend? Some festive cinnamon. Cinnamon. Good girl. Can you break them into the bowl? You're very good at that.
I'll do mine.
Okay, you did.
Mine.
Oh, sorry. Will I help you with this bit?
No.
We're a good team, aren't we? Are we a good team? Okay. So I'm just going to pop that on a pan of simmering water to leave it to melt. And then while it's melting, we're going to chop up our biscuits. Thank you. Well, I'll tell you what, while you're waiting, would you like to taste test that? Want to have a little try? You can give it back to me if you don't want to. And if you don't want to use these biscuits, you could use any other biscuits like digestives or chocolate chip. But these ones are particularly delicious at Christmas time. So we're just going to check that the chocolate is melting nicely. Give it a little stir. Really carefully, Pearl. Don't let your arms touch the pan. You know the rules, don't you?
Yeah.
Good girl. Aren't you my best helper? So the kids are going to love helping out with this recipe. Obviously this bit is a little bit tricky, but Miss Teenager here, tweenager, likes to think she can do it all. So as long as it's supervised, I don't mind. So the next thing we're going to chop are these apple rings. They're dried apple rings. And Pearl has eaten these since quite a young age because they're nice and spongy. So they're actually really good for, I found, for when she was teething. Do you remember these guys? Yeah. You do little glasses with them? Oh, cute. Turn around. Little apple rings. Good girl. So we're just going to chop those now. Again, oh, you can put your hand on my hand. How about that?
I'm gonna do it.
Right, let's do it together then. You know you're not allowed to use this big knife. So we're just going to chop it into small pieces, just a few apple rings. You can buy these in health food stores, or again at Christmas time, lots of delis and supermarkets have them in stock. You want a little taste? And oh, mine were not until I get the knife out of the way. Good girl. And if you can't find them, or if you'd prefer to use another fruit, dried apricots are also fantastic, or prunes or plums, any of the dried fruits. And then we have some dried cranberries as well, and they're really festive and juicy. I love them, and you love them too, don't you? And they give a nice colour. Are you eating all of these ingredients? They give a nice colour to the biscuits too. So give them a tiny little chop. Now, mind you don't put your hand under my knife, please, little trickster. Could you stop eating everything? So just give them a little rough chop. There we go. Now, I think we need to check on our chocolate again. Now, mister, shall I do it or you do it? Aye. Okay. Now, be careful because it's a bit steamy, isn't it? Will Mummy have a little go now?
I will.
So we just want the chocolate to be melted down and nice and smooth. Let Mummy have a little stir now. Thank you. Oh, whoa. You could also do this in the microwave if you prefer. Just pop it in for about 30 seconds at a time and give it a stir in between each go in case it burns. Nearly there. Does that look nice? Look. Delicious. So let's take that off the heat. Just be careful, the bowl is a little bit hot. Okay, Missy? It's a hot bowl. Can you stop eating those biscuits, please? No. Now, mind the bowl is hot. All we have to do now, that's it, good girl, is pop all of the ingredients we've prepared into the melted chocolate and give it a stir up. So we have the toffee waffle biscuits, the cranberries, and can you remember what these ones were? Can you remember the name of those ones?
No.
Dried apples. And then one final ingredient, which I will add, is a little bit of cinnamon. And this always adds festive flavour. Of course you can. Okay, if I measure it. Now you sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Great job. Perfect. They sound like the Christmas bells as well. You have done a brilliant job. Now, let's put the tray in here. So just have a flat tray lined with non-stick parchment paper, and we just need a couple of spoons to do the spooning out. Again, this is the, excuse me, what are you doing? Again, this is the perfect job for kids. You've done brilliant stirring, so now can you spoon out? Will I show you how to do one? Will I show you how to do one first, the size we want? So this makes about 8 biscuits. So if you would like more, obviously you could just double it up to make 16 or even more again.
Look,
oh, brilliant. The very last thing to do is to pop these into the fridge to set. They'll just take about 15 minutes or so, if you can have a little patience. And in the meantime, some little helpers can lick the bowl. The biscuits are now nicely set in the fridge. Have a little look. Oh, they look great. How simple was that without even turning the oven on? So all we need to do now is to present them. So have a nice little cake stand. They just peel off the paper and arrange them. Look at the lovely cranberries and the apples and the toffee waffle. So we have one more special little biscuit to package up. Who might it be for? Who do we like to give a biscuit to at Christmas time?
Santa.
Santa. So should we put one in here for Santa? I have a little fabric bag with a little label. So if he's a bit full from eating in all the houses, he can take it with him. What else does he like to drink?
Whiskers.
Whiskers as well. Don't forget to leave the whiskers out. And a carrot for the reindeer. Have a wonderful Christmas, and I hope you get to make and eat my apple cranberry and toffee waffle biscuits. I hope you get to enjoy making and eating my apple cranberry and toffee waffle melts. The recipe is in Mistletoe magazine, and it's also in my new cookbook, No Bake Baking, which Pearl and I have enjoyed this year, developing and testing and making all of the recipes from. And next year, lots more exciting things to happen, including my new production.